Oops, sorry about that. Welcome back, everybody. Is that loud? Wow, that's loud. Why is that so loud? Oh, my monitor got turned way, way, way up. Okay, yeah. We're back. All right. Getting started for some open source hacking. Oh, I need to put on my loop back. Get some stuff set up here. And promote in a few places. There we go. Okay. Let's get GitHub up here. Let's zoom in a bit there. I expect the old stream's going to be a little light tonight, which is okay. Feel free to say hi. By the way, one of the things I kind of want to get figured out here is like, which of all of these like tags should I be using, you know? So there's like a lot of really interesting tags. I mean, there's tons of them. Like I'm still in the A section. It's just tons. There's autism and autistic. Apparently both for some reason. Azerbaijan. Backseating allowed. All right. You know, that isn't bad. That's actually kind of cool. Let's see if I can pull open Twitch. What is it? Studio.twitch? No. Dashboard. Yes, that's the one I'm looking for. Stream manager. Backseating allowed. All right, software. Mobile. Programming. Engineering, maybe? I don't know. Engineering's kind of a little... That's okay, we can do that. Let's look through the rest of these. What else we got? What I should do then is just copy a list of this stuff, and then I can just drop it in there every time, so I don't have to go back and like try to remember. Champion. Okay. What do we got? Chatty? I mean, I'm always chatty. I kind of feel like that's reasonable, right? Oh, you can only do 5 tags? Okay, I'm going to have to really think about this then. Is there like an open source one? Nope. Okay, these are probably it. I don't need backseating allowed. Let's find a better one. I do have creative, I guess. Selma, hello, welcome to the stream. I catch your podcast quite often, thought I'd drop in tonight. We'll probably be doing a little multitasking, no problem. That's what I'm doing too, just kind of chill, come in and out as you want, hang out, you know, like see what I'm up to. And you know, like this is an evening, right? It's almost 7 o'clock p.m. in my time. It's almost 10 on the East Coast, and who knows where everybody else is. So feel free to hang out as you want to, chat as you want to. It's pretty chill. Desktop development. I've got mobile already in there. I'm surprised they don't have like Android and iOS. Engineering. I probably don't need engineering in there. Oh, they have languages. Hey, I wonder if it's F#, right? Like, could I do TypeScript? No, there's type 2 diabetes. JavaScript? Yeah, JavaScript. Nice. How about React? No React. Okay. No React. Let's see. Finnish. Suomi kieli. Formula 1. I'm going to, I forgot to post this in another spot, so bear with me. Okay, got that one. And I'm going to throw this somewhere else as well. Okay, cool. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's just going to be a pretty chill night, just doing some open source, so. But since I'm not in a big hurry, I'm going to look at these first. I think you can understand why. I want to get the right keywords in here. Hairstyling. Hiking. Hockey. I mean, the discussion or activity of hockey. I talk about hockey sometimes. JavaScript, Java. I could have probably put Java when I was doing the Java. You know what? Let's see. What am I going to be doing? Oh, I'm not going to be working on any Java. It's just JavaScript. Let's see here. Map. Meal prep. Metalwork. Mixed reality. Mobile game. It's good to know like what is even here, you know? I wish open source was here. I wish there was an open source one. But there's not. There's open world. No open source. Programming, I think I already have. Yeah, I have programming already. Robotics. Safe space. This is a safe space. Why not? Should be safe. Simulation, skateboarding, sober. I'm pretty sober right now. Spinal cord injury community. It'd be kind of interesting to kind of like look through some of these and just see what's going on there. Squads. Tutorial. I mean, sometimes I'm doing stuff like that. It's not often enough, I don't think. So, Xbox zone. All right, that's it. That's all the tags. You know what? I kind of have them for the most part. Let me see if I can copy these. Okay, got those copied. And there we go. I need to adjust my webcam here. All right, so tonight, what we are doing, there's a pull request, and we were actually working on this last time that we were hanging out. It's exception screen. Oh, I need to actually check if Harris made the change that I asked him to. He did not. So I'm going to actually ask him if he could get to that soonish, maybe. Let's see, when did I... Oh, I sent it to him on Friday. Okay, I better not ping him again. I don't want to be annoying, you know. Okay, so let's look at the other one, the other pull request. So this is pretty cool, actually. And we're going to go to Ignite. And so I don't think there are any changes. Yarn this up. While that's going on, I'm going to take a look where we are. Now, Lizzie Linbo, she works for me, and she actually gave a suggestion here that I really like. So this is an error boundary. Oh, did I put on Twitter that I'm streaming? Shoot. I don't think I did. Okay. And I like to put a screenshot of the actual stream so that I had to smile for the camera. So that I can put it in my tweet here. So there we go. Okay. So yeah, we have this something went wrong stack thing here, and then the ability to reset the app. If something goes wrong in production, you don't want just a white screen to pop up. You want to actually show like an error boundary. In other words, a screen in that wherever the error occurred in one of its children. And so Lizzie, oh, I never actually did that. This should have been like just a regular comment. What? I don't know why. Oh no. Okay. There we go. No. Is this still not working? I'm apparently in a mode that I don't want to be in. No, that's actually posted. Good. Okay. So what she's recommending here, she says, suggestion not required for this PR. I find it's generally good practice to also wrap screens within a navigator with an error boundary so that navigation can continue to work if a component only nested within a single screen fails. I think it's helpful to be able to recommend that in a best practices template. However, this is mostly useful in apps that have navigation menus and bars outside the screen components, making sure those continue to work, so maybe it won't be super clear why that's helpful in this particular layout. You can see an argument for a separate PR that introduces an example navigation menu and then wraps individual screens. So here's the deal. She's right. It would be really cool to have that. Like, it would be really neat to do that. I'm curious, and we actually explored this just a little bit. I need to actually go on that. We explored it a little bit, going into the app navigator and adding an error boundary around that. And the thing that we probably would need here is like a tab bar example. And right now the design of Ignite's boilerplate does not have a tab bar. So, like, if I go into the app navigator here, it will have two flows, auth flow and a main flow. So we have like these stacks that we put in here. Welcome, demo list. I kind of feel like the welcome screen could be, rather than navigating to the demo screen from the welcome screen, which we do through this on press right here. I mean, that's helpful still to like navigate to it, but if we actually put like a tab bar, it would be kind of cool. It would actually be kind of cool. Is that in, like Lizzie was wondering, like maybe that should be a separate thing though. So let's actually spin up the app here, Yarn iOS. We're gonna run that. Wait, where are you going? Okay. So Yarn iOS is the command that I added as well, which is it just runs it on. I mean, I think that comes with the standard template as well. So we're finally catching up to that, to be honest. But how's everybody doing tonight? You have a good Monday? Man, I asked someone today, I was in a sales call, and I asked how their Monday was going. It was not going well. He was waiting for a call from his vet to find out if he needed to put his dog of 14 years down. That was really sad. And it kind of like killed the vibe of the whole meeting. But I mean, like, what can you say? That's sad. Still spinning this up. Getting this rolling. So I might experiment a little bit with adding a tab bar. We could do it in a separate PR. We could even release this, to be honest, if it feels like things are where they need to be. Error boundary. So not required for this PR. So honestly, we're probably in a place where we could merge it and roll. Lindsay. I don't know why I keep seeing Lindsay. Lizzie. Lizzie didn't approve it, but she did review it, so I feel like that's probably good enough, eh? If we do that, so I feel like if we do merge this, that's probably fine. While this is building, because man, it's just sitting there cranking away. I'm just gonna go to the issues and see what's going on, and also going to discussions to make sure there's no new discussions. All right, what do we got? General Ignite Infinite Red Appreciation Post. Oh, that's really nice. I didn't see this. I didn't see this. That's super nice. Maybe off topic or not the right place for it, but I wanted to say thank you to everyone involved in this project. I've been using Ignite for a few months as a boilerplate, and it's made it so easy for me and my team to get an MVP up and running without worrying about the general blankery of setting up navigation, stores, directory trees, etc. Really love the generators too. Making a component or model is super easy. I love that I can customize the templates for those too, and the theme system for importing colors and typography is a really nice developer experience. Anyway, just wanted to say thanks. It's an awesome boilerplate, clearly the best for React Native, and I'm really impressed with the amount of support you guys are giving. Legends. Dude. Seriously? That is such a nice message. I am following JVG. Really nice, dude. Kind of you to post. I don't know what this up is. Oh, is this like a separate thing? Well, I'm gonna do that then. All right, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna put a heart in there. So still getting used to GitHub discussions, to be honest. I'm very happy that Ignite has been useful to you and your team. That's exactly the kind of impact that we're hoping to go for, that we are always striving for. Let's see. Whoa. Hey. Still building. Okay. It makes long hours. I don't want to overdo it here. It makes the time spent well worth it. Sorry about that. And then I'll just put this here. Makes the time well worth it. Time spent well worth it. And then I'm just gonna go grab like a tenor. Like some sort of a hug. Okay, some of these are overly familiar. Like I just need like a friend hug, right? And not like sorry this happened to you type of thing. Okay, this might be the wrong one. Appreciate? Okay, some of these are good. Like, not that. I don't know. Like choosing a GIF is like an art form in its own, right? You don't it's really easy for thank you or whatever to look snarky. Or like too cutesy, right? All right, that's pretty good. Oh, this one's good. I like this one. It's got the right vibe. This one's got the right vibe. It's like, you know, I appreciate you, but it's got enough of the... All right, I think that's good. All right, so, yeah. Oh, geez, really? That didn't work? What did I do wrong? What the heck? I mean, shouldn't that work? Did I get the syntax wrong? Come on, Markdown. I appreciate you. Maybe. Well, here, I'm gonna do, let's see. Can you not do images in here? You should be able to. Really? Attach file. I mean, could I just drag it in there? Whoops, hold on. Drag this over here. And then I guess just upload it. See, this is the format that I had, but they're not going to allow me to just link to it. Hey. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Okay. So got this continue button, which goes to this demo screen. This could be a tab bar. Like we could have a tab bar down here. And that would actually be kind of cool. It would be kind of cool. Really? Just still uploading? Oh. Somehow it dropped in up there. Okay. There we go. Update the comment. And there we go. So, I guess yeah, this is really nice. This is really nice. It's really nice. Yeah, I'm gonna share this with my team. It's always nice to have. It's a really nice message from this Ignite user. Okay, so that's awesome. Okay. So, how to use UI Kitten with the application generated with Ignite CLI. How to integrate UI Kitten components with Ignite CLI generated application. I'm a bit new to this Ignite CLI and React Native. Any help is appreciated. Apologies. I keep forgetting to check GitHub discussions. We've used UI Kitten with Ignites with a new Ignite app, and it worked well. Generally speaking, you can just follow their normal instructions to. So UI Kitten is a React Native UI library. So get started. We really should probably do, like, it'd be kind of cool to do we could even, like, on stream do like an example of what it's all about, like actually go through UI Kitten, installing it and stuff, and then I could just link to that. Wait, no. Guides, getting started. This is the one I want to go to. Oh, this is using that template. Manual installation. So this, let's see, is there a, can I link to this? There's no, like if I just say manual installation, this isn't going to work, is it? No, it's not. Be nice if I could link directly to it. I'll tell him to go to there we go. It would be fun to do this on stream sometime. I've been, hey, always be promoting, right? Streaming coding on Twitch. Twitch. Twitch TV. So I'll answer that. And of course, mark it as the answer. New Zealand checking in, Juddy. Welcome. Tervetuloa. I'm gonna add you as a friend, by the way. Ban Juddy? Timeout Juddy? Ooh, I gotta be careful what I click here. I can actually see like how many times I've banned you, sent you to timeout. There's a lot of tools here, Juddy. There's a lot of tools here. Now, I thought there was a way that I could, like, make you, like, some sort of a stream friend with, like, Nightbot. Let me go look. Regulars. How do I do that? Oh, Juddy is a regular already. That's cool. I can, okay, so can I do that with Nightbot somehow? Like, I don't know exactly how that works. Yeah, it's not working, or it's not obvious to me, so I have more to learn here. Okay, so require call may be converted to import. In a freshly ignited app, there are code to action suggestions, a few files that declare images like this. It looks like that. pretty new to TypeScript. If the code action is available, it's something. If if code action is available, means there's something at least suboptimal in your code. When I take the code action, what does it mean by code action? There are code action suggestions. Oh, right here. Yeah, okay. Is there something one can add to tsconfig to remedy this? Compiler errors, the code still runs just fine. Oh, what? Really? Really? Is this the intended way to do TypeScript? We have code actions available and never take them. They're clogging up your doc. You know, honestly, this is a it's a reasonable question, really. This is a reasonable question. React Native uses Metro, which is a bundler. And as far as I know, Metro requires that we use require to pull in images. Alpha, Tervetuloa to you. I actually need to add alpha to the regulars here. Okay, I'm adding you, but the problem is, like, how does that work? Did you get any sort of... Actually, I'm going to try this. I'm going to put in a command here. YouTube. Did that work? No, it did not work. Huh. So how is Nightbot, like, integrated here? With, how do I install Nightbot? Because I'm technically, like, pretty sure I'm set up, like, connected here. Regulars, yeah, they're all there. I don't know. I don't know how this Nightbot thing works. This is what everybody uses. All the Twitch streamers are using Nightbot, and there's some way that I can in here, like, there's custom commands, you know, like YouTube right here. Okay, so, like, you should be able to do exclamation point YouTube. Okay. See, that's the thing. I don't know alpha. I thought it was, because, like, up here it's showing that, but the image is, like, broken. So did I, like, screw something up? Maybe if I log out and log back in, is that going to help me? I'm going to try that. I do it off screen because, you know, I have to put in my password. So actually, I didn't have to. Interesting. Okay, now I'm getting an image up there. So that's a good sign. Commands. Okay, there's YouTube. All right, let's try that. Nope. Got nothing. Why is Nightbot not working? Okay. I'm not going to get too sidetracked. I should just add ADHD to my tags. You all know it's true. Okay, so all right, let's get back to this. So React Native Metro require images. So you can see here, there's like a require here. Is there, so in, do URI, which is always good. Oh, I didn't realize you could do all this. That's cool. So you can actually get an image with like posting and whatnot. Go to the options tab within the command list options. Yeah, I know. It just bugs me though. It really bugs me that this isn't working. Twitch chat, go to the Nightbot, sign in, which I already did. Commands setting, right? Disable, change this. So commands. And we've got these are enabled, right? So, okay, I'm gonna do an exclamation regulars, okay? It doesn't seem like any of these are working. Options. Where are you seeing options? Oh. Whoops. User levels everyone. I'm in the wrong options there. There's a bunch of options on the right here. I don't know if that's... Doesn't seem like that's right. Unless I'm missing something. Oh, there's a join channel right here. Oh. Oh. Mod. Okay, let's try this. Mod night bot. I did that. I don't know what happened. Okay, Nightbot is a moderator. Okay, let's try that then. Nightbot is already... So it's in the channel now. This is good. This is good. Let me refresh here. Commands 2. Hey! Cool. Thank you, Alpha. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You're the best. You're the best. Just for that, I'm going to make you a mod. Whether you want to be one or not. You're now a mod. Okay, cool. So back to this. So use the Metro, require to pull in images. It's interesting to me that import worked at all there. Now using TypeScript language server, cannot find module. That was that part. There's also this like require can be converted to an import. If you know of a way to globally disable this rule code action, please let me know, and I'd love APR. So what we're working on tonight is we're actually going to continue working a little bit more on this handle exception screen. Just make sure that like everything's good to go, and then we'll merge it and push it up. So see, I'm just gonna approve my own pull request because that's just how I roll. Or no, this is actually someone else's pull request, so it allows me to do that. But yeah, we worked on this last time, which was a an error boundary screen. And so you can, of course, see your friendly Ignite app here. But if I go into the text and I go to the welcome screen and I just type in, you know, like ASDF and it loads, you can actually see that something went wrong. This is a development thing, but something went wrong and it says cannot find variable ASDF. Okay. So, don't worry. You know what? This right here, I'm actually rethinking it a little bit. I put in that text, don't worry, our developers have been notified and blah, blah, blah. I don't actually like that. I don't think that's the proper thing to do there. So let's think of something else here. So instead of don't worry, our developers have been notified. Yeah, very friendly error screen. Exactly. So kudos, by the way, to the original developer Van Tuan, or Tuan Van Lay, who submitted this PR from Vietnam, apparently. Very cool. But yeah, it's very friendly. Now, he's got some different colors here than what we have. And I actually like his design a little better than what we have. But I'm not going to stress about that too much right now. It's just kind of getting it in there. Yeah, the typical error. Yeah. What actually happens, though, to be honest, is you get a white screen in production. Because this is mainly for production. You can hit reset app and it will reset it. So this is what you get in development. You can like click through and look at stuff. Fun fact, I gave the original design for the rebuilt, well, not this one. This one was actually designed by, shoot. I'm forgetting exactly who submitted this one. But I did one of the original kind of like concepts, which was cool. So yes, these errors will get submitted elsewhere if, with one giant if, you set that up. Because this is just for, you know, go to the error boundary component here. And you can see that, whoops, no, error boundary itself right here. You can see that we have a spot right here. Report error to crash reporting service. So this actually needs to be replaced with, you know, something like bug snag or, you know, sentry or whatever. In fact, we should probably say that in here. This is a great place to put bug snag, sentry. Hey, we should make them pay to be in this suggestion, right? I'm going to put my friends at Honey Badger. They're good people. Honey Badger's good people, and they are coming into this space. So yeah, I'm going to add that. So this is a class component for a reason you need to. Only class components can be error boundaries. So, okay, we can turn that, or get rid of that, and let's look at this, and... Why is this not in the... That's okay. So yeah, in the meantime, you can try swiping away the app. So really, it shouldn't say, don't worry, our developer's been notified. What I should say is, actually, I should be talking to the developer here. I should be saying, this is the screen that your users will see in production when something, or when an exception is thrown, or an error is thrown. Get that referral commission. I agree. We could totally even put in links in there. I know some people in both Bugsnag and Sentry and Honey Badger, of course, and I could be convinced. You throw enough money my way. Just joking. All right, so you'll want to customize this message located in, let's say, app i18 en.json, and probably the design as well, or the layout. App screens error, right? And then I can just get rid of that, really. So let's see how that, whoops, I actually have to reintroduce the error in order to make it do its thing here. So this is a screen that users will see in production when an error is thrown. You'll want to customize this message located blah, 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 and probably the layout as well. Yeah. So, yeah. And maybe I'll throw in one other thing here. If you want to remove this entirely, check app.tsx for the error boundary component. I think, let me verify that. App.tsx for the error boundary, yep. So that will, again, give them more information. If you want to remove this entirely, check for the error boundary component. Yeah. So this really should be customized to look more Ignite-y, probably. But we really need a new design for Ignite entirely. So, okay. Let's check our diff and customized message added comments or comment. Okay, so we're going to push that up, and thank you, Nightbot. I forgot I set that up. So it will periodically drop in there and tell people to follow me. That's kind of cool. Okay, where we are right now is we have, this is now rerunning this. Now, I do want to just roll with this. Do I chance it or do I wait? I wish there was a way that I could just, let me go to the settings here. Auto merge is on. Why can't I auto merge this? Because I want to auto merge once it's done. Like, so I can't auto merge? Can squash and merge, can't auto merge. Pending change, right? Like, we gotta wait for a Circle CI. It's a long, Circle CI is very slow. So yeah. By the way, I need to Juan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Very nice of you. I need to like mess with the styles on the chat on the stream. They're not where they should be, you know. So need to be able to make that look a little nicer, fit a little better the theme. I really liked Twitch Studios version. It looked really cool. Maybe there's a way you can do that in Streamlabs, but I have to figure out because it's CSS and I don't even know what actually get so distracted so easily. All right, I'm not gonna mess with that right now. I'm not. All right, yeah, I'm gonna merge this though. So so what we're gonna do here is feature boilerplate. Component, and this should actually be error boundary component by Vantuan88291 and me. This error boundary will catch errors that happen in production and display a nicer, can't type right now, error message along with providing an opportunity to report errors to your bug reporting service. Okay, I think we're good. I'm just going to go ahead and merge that. It's nice. This is Love Me by KR. It's nice. Yeah, I like it. All right, so let's see here. So we have that merged. Now this should actually come through, and I'm gonna say I think we should get a new design for Ignite's boilerplate and add either a drawer or tab bar, after which we could incorporate your suggestion. I'm going to actually talk with my designer probably next week. Well, you know what? He might have time this week. I'm going to actually message him right now or put it in our thing here. New design for Ignite's boilerplate. Our existing design is getting a bit long in the tooth. I believe it's been around for 3 to 4 years. I'd like to explore creating a new design for Ignite with some for Ignite with some additional features such as a drawer, menu, or tab bar, and anything else you'd want to demo. When you're ready to work on this, let's have a kickoff meeting. Could be a fun project. Then I'd implement it on live stream. So I would actually implement the new design on live stream, which would be really fun. You know, like take a brand new design for Ignite and pull it in and start working on it. Better use of animations would be really fun. So like some, you know, maybe rotational things, like it'd be cool if things were animating a little more, or when you click things, maybe you got some haptic feedback, or who knows what, you know, like anything fun like that. It'd be really cool. So, all right, cool. So that's that. Let me refresh this. It's merged and still deploying, so we're waiting on that. Okay, let's go back to here. Discussions. One second here. So, all right. So let's see, what do we have? Async API doesn't resolve. Issue with API sauce doesn't resolve. Did you get this figured out? It's pretty difficult to say what might be wrong without more details. So, you know. Anything else? This has been a while. I didn't actually go back to that. It's hard because we don't get notifications when replies come in. I mean, I do up here, but I don't look at these. I get too many. Here, I'll show you. It is, it's too big. Like, I can't keep up with it. There's too much going on. Yeah. So, let's see here. I didn't see your response until now. Did you get this figured out yet? Tell you a secret. If you just don't see stuff and then ask if they figured it out, sometimes it's the easiest. Okay, so yeah, cool. So there's that. You know, we're gonna have to probably go in and do some more stuff here. Add more environments, staging environments. Generally, if you go that route, you're going to want to look into native.env or React Native config. I wouldn't mind having some built-in ways to handle these or multiple environments in the future. So yeah. All right. It says 3. It lies. Oh, 2. Okay. Harris, waiting on Harris on that. All right, let's go back and look at issues and maybe answer a few issues here. Get rid of that. And there we go. Okay. What do we got? Got some older stuff. We got some newer stuff. Question is... Oops. What do we want to work on? Alpha, does Infinite Red have any plans in trying out Flutter or exploring projects using Flutter? The short answer is not really. So I actually did a whole episode on Flutter. It's not out yet. It's supposed to be out September 27th, I want to say. Something like that. So stay tuned. There is a live stream, or it's going to be a podcast episode, but it was on a Flutter, I think it's called Flying High with Flutter podcast. And I went on there and talked about Flutter and sort of our approach to Flutter at Infinite Red. And yeah, I went into pretty great detail there. So once that's out, then I can like post that everywhere and you can check it out and listen to it. But I can give you sort of the short answer right now, and that's that, we've sort of decided to specialize in a niche of React Native. And, you can approach it where you're like, okay, what's the best tool for the job? That's always like an appropriate way to go about it. Where we are is when React Native is the best tool for the job, then we're interested. It's like someone who owns a bulldozer is not going to be interested if you need a backhoe, unless they have a backhoe. But let's say they don't. Let's say they just have a bulldozer. They're gonna be like, if you need a bulldozer, go talk. Or if you need a backhoe, go down the street, get someone to help you out. But when you need a bulldozer, call us up. So we're the bulldozer company. That's React Native. Flutter is interesting, and I know that you do some work, Alpha, in Flutter. So you should definitely check out that episode. Should be, like I said, couple weeks. It'll be out. Okay, let's see what's going on here with some of these. Steps to reproduce. Nada. Circular dependencies. Interesting. No generator. Oh, I asked the question. See a lot. Yep, do I use? Whoops. Jeez. I'm not really able to help if I don't want to be like that. I don't want to like come after him here. Please file a new issue with steps to reproduce the error. And I'll just close it. You know, there's only so much you can do. All right, so what do we got? Cannot find module. Brew upgrade node. Oh, you know what? There's a big node problem going on right now. Or NPM, I think it is. So we can close this. But there is an NPM problem going on right now, and I need to go look this up. Let's see here. Yeah, right here. It doesn't work on the latest NPM. Why don't we work on that? This is kind of a big deal. We need to fix it. Don't need the simulator on right now, because this is more of a CLI problem. Oh, whoops! Why did I terminate terminal? Terminate terminal. I see what you mean. That makes sense. I wouldn't say I particularly agree 100%, but specializing in something definitely has its advantages rather than juggling multiple ones. Yeah, because we can become experts in that one technology, you know, more than we can be experts in two. There are some companies that do both, but you know, we just get really good at that one. I think the maturity with Flutter dev tooling and expansion across desktop and web is definitely something I like. I also love their approach where they paint every pixel on the screen rather than rendering a native component on every platform. Find that with this approach, you get a much more consistent UI that behaves the same regardless of the platform you're using it on. This is very true. And the way I describe it is I think Flutter is better for immersive experiences. I think that React Native is sort of better for your kind of normal apps, you know. But if you're talking about like a immersive experience, and by better, I mean, we're not talking by a lot. The most important thing though, is that they both push each other. Like Flutter makes React Native better, React Native makes Flutter better. And there are a few things that Flutter doesn't do as well. And I would say the biggest thing that really holds us back from using Flutter is the fact that their web side of things will just never be as big as React, you know, like it's always kind of a big, okay, Nightbot, I don't really need, I'll have to tweak the settings on that. But yeah, like we don't need, can you define immersive? I think where you really want, like, you know, like Alpha said, like really paint every pixel on the screen. Not that you can't with React Native, you certainly can, but what would be a good example of this? I mean, I'm gonna go look at, so like an app like I don't know, Signal or something like that. I think React Native works fine. It's kind of a basic normal UI, standard UI. Discord is already in React Native. It kind of does the job. Slack could probably be in React Native as well. I mean, both of it, they can be in anything. Outlook is an example of where, yeah, just have it. I'm just opening it up. You know, React Native might make sense there. Gmail. Yeah, I don't know. Like Instagram, see everything here. I guess it's not really landing for me in terms of which one really makes sense. Clubhouse, maybe. Clubhouse makes sense. Imager, like, I don't know. At the end of the day, probably what people will do to make these decisions is, do I want to use TypeScript or do I want to use Dart? And do I want to be in the Facebook ecosystem or the Google ecosystem? I mean, pick your poison. People never thought jQuery would disappear, and here we are. That's true. Web and desktop is still very early stages, has a lot of rough edges. I'm glad that they're doing it though. That's awesome. That's fantastic. We need that competition. A rising tide lifts all boats, right? So, okay, so where are we now? Let me go back to Ignite, and I'm gonna go back to master branch here and make sure I pulled down and yarn and go into the, I don't need to go into the boilerplate right now. All right, cool. So one thing that's kind of cool is right now I can't run the Ignite command. It doesn't work, right? But I can do yarn link, and now it works. Yarn link at your like CLI will make any commands available as if you just installed it, right? So that's pretty cool. Now, npm version right now is 7.18. Doesn't work on latest npm. 7.21. Okay, so let's see if we can upgrade npm. So I always forget how to do that. Is it just use npm to install itself? npm install npm at, or do I have to do global? All right, let's go look. Upgrade npm. Actually, I want to know what node version they have. Oh, this is that stupid. All right. So I thought that worked. What? Let's see here. Don't get me wrong, I still tinker with every new release of React Native just to play around and see how things compare. Same with Xamarin and Maui, which is Microsoft's take on multi-platform UI. I think it helps to see every technology and the paradigm they use and how they do things. For example, Flutter and Dart have a functional way of rendering components, whereas with React it uses JSX, which is like HTML and XML and is data-driven. I gotta say, Alpha, huge kudos. Like, seriously, huge kudos. That you are willing to do that. So few people will actually spend that much time, like, really understanding the tools that they are using. And most people don't have time, really, and things like that, or they don't make the time. That is pretty legit. Like, that's pretty legit. That's a serious amount of, I guess I would say, commitment to your craft, you know? And I think that's pretty amazing. And the fact that you will come and hang out in a React Native stream and not like talk trash, even when I'm ignorant about Flutter. I think Flutter's awesome. I think that there's no doubt that Flutter's really cool. We're just not going to use it for business reasons, really. So I don't know. Is it Yarn? Like, installing npm with Yarn. What version of Node do I have? What is the latest version of Node? Latest Node JS. Is 16.9.1, and what do I have? 16.4.2. All right, let's just do that. Brew upgrade. See, now why does it say updating? Oh, shoot. Don't. Brew. Yeah, see, I tried to up. Ew, okay. Update, not upgrade. See, I don't know why. It should be like brew, update, brew. I never remember otherwise. Okay, so Node. So it's going to be brew, upgrade, Node. And this could take a while, so let's Let's actually do nice-n 20 brew upgrade node. And that should get us a new version of npm as well. Then we got to get it to work. Wish I could listen to my music instead of open source stuff. But you get slapped on the wrist if you do that. I never get attached to a technology. I think these are all tools, and it's helpful to know how they work and operate even at a basic level. Plus, technology comes and goes. What I found paying off the most in terms of knowledge is low-level stuff like knowing bash, git, etc. These are the things that barely change. This is very true. Very true. Okay, this is not working. Oh, it is working. What the heck's going on? Oh my goodness. I gotta kill this. Alright, brew. Brew. Update. That's scary. Brew update. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I guess we do this. Let's try it again. Okay, now we're gonna let it go and not get impatient like I did. All right. Okay, good. All right, now brew, or let's see here, nice-n20 brew upgrade node. So we're gonna make it very nice so it doesn't hog our CPU while it's doing all this stuff, and it's gonna upgrade it. Yeah, I agree with you, Alpha. That's the way that it needs to go. That's the way that it should be. To be honest, I like almost every technology. And the reason I do is because this is all like, when I was a kid, like, to be able to do what I'm doing today and just, you know, do this sort of thing for a living, like get paid to do it, was just like this crazy dream. And it was like amazing to me that it came to be, like that it actually was something that I got to do. What are you looking forward to the most with upcoming React Native releases? Definitely the new architecture, Fabric and Turbo modules. That is my absolute, I cannot wait for that to come out so that I can play with it. There's some stuff that's already out, but I want to like really understand it, you know? You know, like the C++ stuff, which is a big part of that, isn't necessarily my strong point. I'd rather probably work in like Objective-C and Java or Swift and Kotlin. So we'll have to see how much of that is like, you know, C++ versus other stuff. We may eventually want to hire a C++ expert at Infinite Red, just to have that on staff. I do have one guy that's decent at C++, and depending on how much he wants to do, he could be that guy. What are you looking forward to? Do you have any, like, is there anything that's interesting to you outside of Fabric and Turbo modules? Jamaican Cyber Turtle. Name of this song. Python 3.9. SQLite. SQLite's amazing. It is so amazing. So latest NPM, latest node. I could use, you know what? I just realized something. I shouldn't be doing brew here. I've always used N. Why am I using brew? That's kind of... Oh well, too late now. I'm not gonna interrupt it. Looking forward to better error handling, faster load up time, smaller app size, and double debug menu on iOS, right? Might be looking into it sometime this week after seeing your tweet about it. Yeah. Dude. If you live stream that, I would tune in. Hashtag just saying. Watchman boost. Yeah, we got a ways to go here. All right, while that's going, let's head back into the abyss of the issues of Ignite. Invariant violation with new project. Two React Native Serif area context installed, one in the package JSON, another from Expo. From package JSON. Really? Is that true? Let's go see. Oh, I have an idea. I might, though I highly doubt I'll figure it out, but it would be nice to dive into React Native source code and try to understand how iOS workflow works. To see if I can troubleshoot it and find the bug. I always love challenging bugs like that, even if I don't end up fixing them, then tend to take you on a very educational, fun journey. That is very true. I love tackling those types of difficult bugs. Some people get very, very like intimidated. For me, it's like absolute gold of being able to do that. So safe area context is, you know how there's the notch and things like that? It basically gives you a safe area. Yeah, here we are. Look at this. This is really taking forever. Sorry, it's being really slow right now. Yeah, I don't know why it's... To be honest, I don't know exactly why this was a third party. Error about duplicate or unsafe area providers. Have to add that again. Expo true. So I don't I'm not sure why this is not working for them, because it should. One of the package JSON, another one from Expo. Removing it from the package JSON, run npm install run again. You know, let me actually look at Ignite. Yeah, there's a reason for that, actually. Let's go look at this real quick. A flexible way to handle safe area insets in JavaScript also works on Android and web. So it provides the safe area provider, and then you can do a safe area view. And then it's just a view that happens to, you can give it edges, you know, right, bottom, left, blah, blah, blah. Mode, margin. So it's got some additional functionality. It's pretty sweet. You can mock it. So I'm going to start. Okay. So let's see, what was I going to do? Oh, the source commands new. And then I'll hit Y, which will change this into a blob, and say, whoops, here. I believe that issue is what this line of code is attempting to avoid. And this is in the if expo thing, right? It is. It's in the if expo. So it's possible that like something's broken and then it doesn't run this or something. I'm not sure why it wouldn't work in your case though. Let's see here. Duplicate. Okay, comment that. Yeah, it does look neat. Nightbot. Okay, I need to... Timers. Right now it's every 20 minutes. I think what I need to do is... Don't want to spam an empty thing, and then we also want to make it like every 45 minutes probably. There we go. Remember to follow every 45 minutes, but only if we're like getting a little bit of activity, right? Okay, so there's that. Did this finish? It did. Let's look. Node version. Yeah, I think I did all that for no reason. Well, 7.21 now. That's right. I think that's the latest. Yeah, okay. I think that's the latest, isn't it? I don't use NVM, no. I use one called N, which I like better than NVM. Don't need that, don't need that. Well, I mean, they have 721.0 and I have 7.21. So let's go to RN live, and then now remember I did that yarn link. Let's try it. New, and we'll say, what's the name of this issue here? issue 1777. So I'm actually curious. Just doing like pizza app here. We'll try it with and without Expo here. A lot of hurry up and wait, hey? Never heard of it? I'll check it out. Yeah. So it's not easy to Google for, but Node version N. Here it is. I actually got it. I'll throw the... It's under TJ, so it's actually really like short URL. The guy that invented N is TJ Holloway Chuck, who let's see here. So he's got a few things out there. Let's see here. He's done a lot of stuff. I always forget exactly what. Was he involved with the original Node? I feel like he was. How is TJ Holloway Chuck so insanely productive? He's a hive mind. He used like 300 of his open source products or projects. As of today, it's possible. When is this? 2014. Node application exclusive from frameworks, tools, and libraries developed by TJ and TJ alone. Name is cited over 1.3 million times in public source code on GitHub, probably more now. More JavaScript code than you will write in a week, and it'll be better and cleaner than yours, and even then you'll find time to tweet up to 20 times a day. Respond to all his GitHub feedback and finish off with some landscape photography. Yeah. He's quite an interesting guy. Have you tried Deno? No, I have not. That'd be fun. It's a cool concept. Running TypeScript code. Is it just me, or is like something pinning my... I mean, I know that this is working hard here, but this is like really slowing some stuff down. Let me actually check. Something's pinning my CPU here. Hold on. But yeah, Deno looks cool. Deno looks really cool. How are we doing on CPU here? Okay, I don't need Twitch apparently. Let me kill that. Yeah, everything's getting really kind of slow right now. Okay, maybe it's a little better now. Let me go to the activity monitor. OBS is cranking a lot, but you know, that's just OBS. That should be fine. Ruby's running right now. That's probably that process I've got going. Yeah, so it's probably doing something. Yeah. Was gonna ask how you're finding Brave. You know what? I generally like it, but I have found some. There was an issue where it would like, all of a sudden pin my CPU and just stay there forever. Even if I closed every window, every tab, but left Brave open, it would just pin my CPU forever. Like I would lock the screen and leave, come back later, and the fan's just roaring. So I had to like totally kill Brave. Dabbled a little bit with Deno, and then it was pretty fun. The fact that you can just write TypeScript and run it without compiling down to JS is pretty nice. The reality is that like you could totally have Node run TypeScript. Totally. With a couple of tweaks. One is that it would have to ignore type annotations. Not that difficult. Just ignore them. Like, you know, skip it. Move to the next thing, you know. And then lastly, yeah, see, this worked. Issue 1777. So what was the problem? It says it didn't work on the... All right, well, while I'm doing something else there, let me do the same deal here, and I'm gonna do Expo here and see how that goes, because that's a different process. So, but yeah, and then there are a couple of things about TypeScript, you know, like the import syntax and stuff like that. Pretty sure that's what Dano's doing, is it's just like ignoring that stuff. I am actually quite interested in what Rome is up to. I should go look. Rome tools, which, by the way, I suggested this domain to what's his name? Sebastian McKenzie. He was looking for a good domain name, and I saw that this one was available and said, dude, you should grab that. And he did, which was kind of fun. So I had a little bit to do with this. But it does all of this stuff. All of this stuff. It's designed to replace Babel, which he invented, ESLint, Webpack, Prettier, Jest, which I think he had something to do with. Maybe even Prettier. He's done a lot of this stuff. Yeah. Well, it's still in progress. I don't know what the latest news is. Okay, so currently only support as a linter for JavaScript and TypeScript, actively working on support for other languages. Once our usage as a linter has matured, we will work on releasing the other parts of Rome and expanding beyond linting. Significant implementation already exists for most functionality. They're going to be a bundler, so bundling, compiling, documentation generation, formatting, linting, minification, testing, type checking, and more. Like, this is going to be the kitchen sink. By the way, it's going to have 0 dependencies. It's all going to be rewritten from scratch. It's not, they're not just going to drop something in there. You know, instead of using Prettier, you would use Rome. Swiss Army knife for dev tooling and workflow. Exactly. So JavaScript, parsing, formatting, and linting, TypeScript, JSX, JSON, RJSON, HTML is in progress, CSS is in progress, Markdown is in progress. And they're going to apparently support all this stuff. Yarn add Rome, and then init, and add itself to package JSON as a dependency, run your package manager to install. I'd be kind of curious to see if we could use this for React Native. But yeah, zero dependencies, respect. Yeah. Well, I mean, this dude Sebastian is like incredible. Like, he's an incredible programmer. Incredible. He does some amazing stuff. Everything but the coding. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. Everything but the coding. That should be there. Should be like everything but the code. I don't know. Maybe that's probably not. But yeah. Linting. So one of the cool things about their linter, check this out. They format it really nicely. Like, look at that nice red arrow there. Seeing this here, meaningful alternative text on elements helps users relying on screen readers to understand content's purpose within a page. Provide alt text when using image, area, input type image, and object elements. So you can see what that's all about. You can even see what file it's in. Blah, blah, blah. Logo to variable is undeclared. Did you mean logo? It even gives you a did you mean there, you know. I would say that one of the coolest things about it is the terminal design. Like, the design of how the terminal looks, you know. Yeah, me too. Exactly. And I've tried to make, you know, Ignite, for example, I tried to make it look cool. Now, I'm not as good of a designer as Sebastian is, But, I tried to make ignites. In fact, this would actually be something that would be cool to like apply a little more of this sort of feel to it somehow. Whether it's the coloring itself or, I feel like I got a lot of things right here, but there's, yeah, thank you. I feel like I got a lot of things right here. I feel like there's more that could be done. Like that looks pretty cool. It's got all this cool information here, but like we could probably even do better, Need additional help? Join our Slack community. Now get cooking. Expo still rolling. And by the way, this tells you that you're using Expo. CLI right there. By the way, using Ignite CLI, yeah. So we're not using the Expo CLI underneath when we do that. We're not using the React Native CLI either. I actually completely removed that dependency. Roam check. Roam check those. Watch. Apply safe fixes and formatting. Apply formatting. Choose suggested fixes. I wouldn't mind actually playing around with Roam for our stuff. Yeah, there's so much stuff. Like, I mean, code frame advice. So it's always like, their diagnostics are always like your file name, the category, the message itself, the code frame. So like a peek into the code, and then some advice on what to do about it. And you can do roam ignore. Yeah, I don't know. This is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. There's a lot to this already. It's philosophy. No external dependencies. That's where that is, Alpha. No external dependencies there. Still cleaning up. Yeah, Roam looks pretty darn cool. Thanks for sharing. I just bookmarked it and will add it to the massive life of things. I don't know if you meant to say list of things, but life of things is actually pretty. You did mean to say list. I would say it's probably more accurate with life. You have a life of learning ahead of you. Errors should suggest fixes and hints where possible. Unique and specific error messages. No generic error messages. Minimize the API itself. Question the existence of all options and flags. Are they necessary? Can they be combined? How can we reduce code branching? Reduce jargon. Use character where you traditionally use token when producing parser errors. Utilize verbosity when naming commands and flags. No unnecessary and confusing abbreviation. Use inclusive terminology. Build for generic clients. Strong types. Don't use loose types such as any. Terminal output should be unambiguous. Don't purely rely on formatting cues. Use a combination of formatting symbols and spacing. If all ANSI codes are stripped, all the output should still be understood. I love that. I mean, really, they're doing some amazing work here with this. So, yeah. A lot going on there. All right. But yeah, N is really cool. And I'm a big fan of N. You can install it with brew install N. Still working on this. Software craftsmanship principles. Yeah, there's something to that. Something to that for sure. I think I'll go for another 10-15 minutes, but honestly, like, it's working on mine. So what's the deal here? Actually, let's go look at unable to resolve, could not resolve peer from React Native community. I don't know what's going on with this. Because it sure seems to be working to me. I mean, I guess I could run yarn iOS on this. Yeah, yarn iOS. Okay. This is going to bog down my computer even more than it already is, but... Wonder what OS environment they're using. Maybe that would help in triaging the root cause. That's a good point. Yeah. Why is... Man, Expo is just taking its sweet old time here. I guess because I deprioritized it so far. Oh, my mom just sent me a message. I had asked her, so my grandpa was in World War II. He was a soldier in the army. He was actually a military police. Army military police, MP. And I asked her, where did his uniform end up? Because I knew he had it. I was pretty sure he had it after the war. But it sounds like nobody knows where it is. So that's kind of unfortunate. Would have liked to know where that is. Piece of my history. Will Joe, my grandpa. Man, this is really bogging down. In retrospect, trying to run all this at once may not have been a good idea. Is it breaking up for you, by the way, Alpha? It would be amazing, but unfortunately my mom said that she can't locate where it went, which is too bad. I might actually try to find a picture of him so I can show you. Let me see if I can do that. I may have to go on Facebook for that, which I don't want to do. Oh, that's funny. His name is misspelled in Google Photos. Yeah, here's a picture of him. Let me see, is there a better one? There's a better one. Get a picture of my grandpa. and my grandma on their wedding day. Oh, this is taking ages. I'm doing too much. Watch it crash my computer now. Uh-oh. Wow. Stream is silky smooth. I am very surprised because I couldn't even move my mouse during that time. Hey, real gavel. How you doing? Tim. What's up? Yeah, I'm on a MacBook Pro. It's a 2019 16-inch MacBook Pro. How long have you been coding for your life? You know what? I am almost 40 years old. And I have been coding since I was 12. So that would be 28 years. 28 years. That's a long time. Yeah, I've been doing this a long time. Professionally for 16 years, technically. Yeah, fire away. I can't do anything right now. My computer is like bogged down because I'm trying to compile and do a bunch of other stuff all at once. So, like, you can ask questions. All good. All good. Yeah, this is still trying to do its thing. Seen it all? Yeah. Kind of have. Not really. I mean, I definitely have seen a lot. But my perspective is limited to what I've worked on. I miss React Native. What are you working on now, Tim? Are you doing React? So, Real Gavel says, do you think AI will help programmers to make more complex things like these technologies come out? As these technologies come out, will we as programmers be able to make more complex things, or will it replace? Oh, geez, really? Safari quit unexpectedly. As you can tell, we need some help. More complex things, or will it replace programmers? That's a fantastic question. So, I am, generally speaking, a technology optimist. I believe that as technology gets better, it tends to, it will tend to displace people in terms of maybe what they were doing originally. Hey, what's up, dude? What they were originally doing. But just like, you know, how the blacksmiths no longer were making horseshoes for horses, they became mechanics for automobiles. And we also, you know, like, it feels like every time, here's my actual, like really kind of broad vision for what I think is going to happen as more things get automated. And this is beyond like programmers. I think programmers, you got no problem. Like, we're going to be around for a long time. There's going to be a lot of necessary, you know, like, just think about like server stuff, incoming hot take. Just think about server stuff 10 years ago, okay? Like, you were building, like, you were adding like your database, your authentication, you were building a lot of the interactions and stuff, and now you can just like jump on Firebase and like have a back end working pretty fast. You can do that with a lot of different things. So things have been shifting more and more to the front end. I think it'll go beyond that, and this goes like broadly across all industries and stuff like that. It's actually going to be more like design. Design is going to be the thing that is going to be most in demand. When you think about it, so many things are under designed that it's like, it becomes actually like, I would say it's like exceptional when something is well designed, right? Like you're like, oh, this is an actually well designed whatever it is, you know. Obviously phones, you know, stuff like that. There's a lot of engineering and design put into those, mostly design, but like as you look around, you're like, there's a lot of things that are just under designed. Homes are under designed. I used to design homes. And so like more and more of us are going to be doing design, and not just design, but like there's stuff around design. And AI can do some of that, but ultimately I feel like people need to know what people want, and they're going to have to put a lot of time into that. Used to be a database administrator, and nowadays that's transformed to be DevOps. Yeah, it's just continuing to move, you know, closer to the user, right? Do you use any prototype tools for design? We use, so Martin, we use InVision and Sketch and Figma. I think we're moving into Figma. We've mostly in the past used Sketch and InVision. We use InVision a lot. Figma is kind of on our radar. I don't know what else. That's the main stuff that we use right now. Yeah, I think our designers are really excited about Figma. I've never used it, so I have no idea. But I think that's where they're headed. Yeah. What can't you understand, Real Gavel? Back at Activision, we swapped to Figma, and it was better than Zeppelin. Multiplayer for design. Juddy's even used Figma. If Figma has made its way into the backwaters of New Zealand, then I've really had my head under a rock. I'm joking, Juddy. You know I love you. We use Figma at Riot also. Yeah. Worked with Zeppelin during agency days and wasn't fun to work with at all. Okay, Real Gavel comes in. If programming is automated, then anyone will just make their own Google, their own software. All these big tech companies will just fall because people will just be able to make Google with saying to the computer, make Google. Like there won't be any big tech companies. Anyone could just make their own thing. Well, I mean, a lot of them are actually licensing, or like you still need servers and stuff like that. So like Amazon has done a great job of this, where it's like, yeah, go ahead and build another Amazon on top of AWS. You know, they're going to take the Amazon tax. Everything you're going to pay money to Amazon to build your own Amazon. And so now they're making money off of your Amazon. So they're doing fine. I feel like that's the same with Google. Like any AI stuff's coming out of Google anyway. All the interesting stuff. Facebook might be in more trouble because, you know, social media is a failed experiment. And they've got a lot of social media. I have used Adobe XD and InVision it in Figma is better. It's like all the best parts of Photoshop with none of the bullshit. Yeah, I would agree with that. In terms of what I've heard from my designers. I don't have personal experience with it, but that's what they tell me, is that that's what they want to do. This is up and running. So I don't know what this person was talking about because it is working. Yeah, so I'm going to ask them for Ignite CLI Doctor. In fact, I'm going to run it myself. Let me do it in a new console here. NPX, or wait. NPX, let's see. Ignite Doctor. This is the latest Ignite. I should try it with Ignite from, like, not from master. So let me actually yarn unlink and npx ignite CLI doctor. How long do you think until these things happen? It could be, so actually Alpha had a good point earlier, Jetty. He said you need to ask what platform he's on. Because he might be on Windows. I do have a Windows machine right behind me that I could set up and get running pretty quickly with this and check it out. Not on stream, but... Okay. So... Alright, so if I do npx ignite CLI new issue 1777 npx, so I'm just gonna spin up another... But like if we don't get an error after this, then I think like it's something with his machine. In terms of how long I think until these things happen, I don't know. I really don't. Like, I think it's just going to be a gradual thing. But AI is coming, and it's already impacting development. I mean, just look at GitHub Copilot. Have you seen that, Rio Gavel? Have you seen GitHub Copilot? Yeah. So it like autocomplete stuff. Now this, a lot of this stuff is like stuff you could probably find on Stack Overflow and stuff like that. By the way, I never actually requested. Okay, now I'm on the wait list. You've been checking it out? Yeah. And you know what? It always is like, it reminds me of the old saying, you know, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. And I feel like that's what this is. Right now they're in the laughing at you stage. Because like GitHub Copilot is kind of bad in some ways. But it's also pretty scary good in other ways. So like, yeah. All right, I think I can close that. And the simulator. Computer's running better. Man, it's really nice to know that the stream was like holding up steady even when I was just jamming my CPU. I couldn't even move my mouse. That's how slow it was, and yet the stream was somehow still working? I don't know. That's pretty impressive. Oh, by the way, speaking of AI, this book right here is written by Mr. Gant Laborde. It is called Learning Tensorflow Js from O'Reilly. Powerful Machine Learning in JavaScript. It's about TensorFlow JavaScript. It's extremely, extremely doable. If you know JavaScript, you can do this. And Gant is my business partner and super cool guy. And you should check it out. Let me Learning TensorFlow JS Gant Laborde. Here it is. So I'll drop this link in. Yeah, that's awesome, Alpha. So you can check it out, and Gant has done a fantastic job. I'm not all the way through the book yet, but I've been kind of slowly working my way through it. and it is really cool. And you can learn some things about machine learning that really will kind of dispel a lot of the kind of mystique around it. And as soon as you know how it works, it's no longer called AI, right? OpenAI Codex, yep. People who rip on Copilot need to understand smartphones were just becoming a thing a decade ago. Exactly. There are a lot of concerns about privacy and running Copilot on private code because in order for it to work, it has to read your code and feed it into its data set for later use suggestions. Code being privatized is dumb anyway. Tim with the hot take. Did one of Gant's TensorFlow classes and it was awesome. Made an image recognition app with it. Yeah, that's awesome. By the way, you were streaming. You were streaming some blockchain stuff. What was that? Were you doing like smart contract programming on like Ethereum, or I didn't have. I was headed hockey. I couldn't like stick around to see what you were doing. Yeah, this worked. So this worked. So I'm going to smart contracts using Solidity. Yeah, I actually looked into that. Probably I want to say 2018. I think, very briefly. Didn't get super far with it. It seemed to me that the tooling was pretty rough still. Even the language and stuff like that were pretty rough, but just like anything, it gets better over time, and that was a few years ago. Much more mature? Yeah, totally. Okay, comment that. So that gives us... So by the way, I like to put bash as the like the syntax, because it gives you a little bit of code coloring. Yeah, CD is blue. All right, thanks, Martin. So but yeah, like yeah, okay, so I got that. But yeah, that was definitely it was like really rough, and it was like, wow, they're running financial transactions using this at that time. But like, there were, just like anything, there were probably ways to make it reasonably secure and everything. And a lot of money has been put into it. Like, so much money has been put into it, so much time, so much engineering. You can make anything good, reasonably good, if you put enough time and money into it. Crypto kind of breaks my brain every time I look into it. Yeah. Well, dang, we're up to 8 viewers, and I was gonna wind down the stream. But it's cool that everybody is hanging out. Hey, how about you all are hold on a second here, I'm doing the wrong thing. No.
And then also there's some...
I hate it when you go to Twitch, like I just typed in Twitch, like it immediately autoplays. Okay, let me see. I have never rated someone, so I now have that capability. So I'm curious if anybody's online that I could raid. And then we could be part of that experiment. Hey, my brother's currently live. He has 1 viewer. Do you guys want to raid him? He's just playing games. But, we could all just raid him all together. Premise of using the blockchain as a database and data stored as transactions is kind of wild. Yeah. I know, right? Let's do it and support him. All right. So my brother's name is Denton. He goes by Dead Slap, and we're gonna raid him. I gotta figure out how to do this. I actually don't know how to do that. So give me a second, and we're gonna raid him. Thanks everybody for hanging out. And he's gonna enjoy that. Okay, go to the video producer? No, the stream manager, right? Stream manager, all right. And raid channel. Support your bro. Yeah, spam some kind of message. What should we spam? I don't know. All right. Yeah. Anyway, thanks again. I really appreciate everybody hanging out with me, and I'm gonna go ahead and start the raid. So, and then we'll see you on Wednesday when I do my next stream. So, I'll go over there and talk some trash to him too. All right. Oh yeah, we should ignite. That's a good one. All right. See you, Juddy. See you, Alpha. See you, Tim. See you, Martin. See you. Sorry, other person. I can't see in the scroll back right now. Can't remember the name. I'm going to do this. Good night. I don't know if that worked, to be completely honest.